Sagittarius, welcome back to Spiritually Influential Tarot. This is your weekly general reading for the second week of May. Please take what resonates with you and allow the other Sagittarius to take the rest. With that being said, Spirit, may I have 9 cards for Sagittarius, please? We are starting off with the Empress card. Followed by the Three of Swords. Followed by the Four of Wands. Followed by the Magician. Followed by the Ten of Cups, followed by the Emperor. Sorry, it's just I'm looking at the Empress and I see the Emperor here as well. We are turning so far. I wasn't expecting Sagittarius to turn into a romantic call, and what I call let's continue with the cards, but Spirit, 3 more cards, but I see a lot of romance here, Sagittarius. Everything here is, all the cards are looking followed after the Emperor, followed by the Six of Swords, followed by the Chariot, wow, look at this. Okay, bottom of the deck we have here, bottom of the deck, the Two of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius. This is interesting. This is getting, I would like to speak to you upon some Sagittarius. We have, well, speak about some romance and some emotions here that are running wild here. Yeah. But we'll start off here with the Empress. with the Empress. And when it comes to the Empress, she is all about nurturing the situation, correct? You also have the Emperor card here, last in the second row, but the Emperor flows the current down to the Empress. And the Empress is all about beauty, Sagittarius. We as tarot readers say that when the Empress shows up, the Emperor is not in your life. Or when the Emperor shows up, you're missing the Empress, meaning that if you are a female, you're missing the male. If you are a male, you're missing the female in your life. But here, it speaks about togetherness, you know, being together, okay? And when the Empress shows up, this is upon abundance and beauty, because she is nurturing. She just has to wave her sagittal and what I always like to call the little wand that she has here, and she doesn't worry about it too much, because she just waves it and the fields grow. Plus, why is it about abundance? Look at her wonderful dress. Okay, it's kind of thick. She's about, you know, she has that fit, right? That luxury about her. Okay, and since there is beauty, there is abundance, it's in your life. Okay, there may be a new opportunity as well. And that opportunity has to do about romance. It could be art. Could be a new opportunity of new business as well. I'm giving you different aspects of the card, what is in your horizon, okay? Because when the Empress comes out on especially the beginning of the reading, it allows me to tell you to focus on your senses and on creating expression. It's very important with the Empress, okay? Because if you do this, you will experience pleasure and deep, truly deep fulfillment. Yeah. And the thing is with the Empress is that since she is upon nurturing, she can feel hurt very easily. Because I can say that because your second card is followed by the Three of Swords. And at this moment in the present, there could be some unhappiness and a little bit of sorrow and sadness in your life, because you are experiencing a little bit of heartbreak, okay? And it's also, you can say, heartbreak of the mind as well at this moment, because that's what the swords are, okay? You're thinking about things, okay? You have, I'm sensing grief and loss, okay? You're emotional as well. and you could be female, you could be female, and you could be male. Okay. Sometimes males can be even more emotional than females. That's a fact. Okay. You know, because when males suffer, we suffer in silence. Or you could be going through a financial hardship at this moment, because this is in the center. This is speaking present. Okay? You could be experiencing or even approaching, you know, a situation that you can learn from the challenge as well. A lot of people just see this card as heartbreak, but it's also a card, okay, that because of the trauma, okay, and whatever conflict you've learned from that here in the present. You've learned how to secure, you know, your heart, you know. But because you've learned from the trauma and the hardship, and you've learned from like the burden, you know, the burden that becomes like part of life, okay? It's something that allows you to avoid conflict. Because you've learned from this once, twice, 3 times. You've been through this road before, okay? And since you've been through this burden emotionally and mentally, you can now, which is the great thing about this card, is focus on the release, okay, of the painful feelings, because honestly they don't have to be permanent, okay? And I can say that because what follows the 3 of Swords is the 4 of Wands, which is, you have celebration here in your community. Your community is supporting you at this moment with your thoughts, with what you're celebrating here as well. Excuse me. See, they have to together make it through, right? Through the 4 of Wands. They're in front of the castle. They still have a little bit to go. They're celebrating and they're moving forward, okay? And this is spirit, you know, the wands always represent spirit, spiritual feeling, the inside of you, okay? Your aura, the way that you are, what you think about spiritually. And this shows me that you are having hardships through family, okay? There's the ups, there's the downs, there's the downs, there's the ups, okay? But you're feeling welcome and harmony, because this is a time in your life of reunions, a time in your life of family get-togethers, a time in your life for celebrations and even teamwork. Even teamwork is one thing we say, teamwork make the dream work in order for there to be prosperity. Okay? Because you have every person, right, in their life, if they really want to be something, they create it, or they can imagine it. First you think it, then you visualize it, you speak it, and then it starts to become, right? As soon as you start putting your foot forward. And I can say that, okay, because it allows me to say that, because the following card is the Magician card. This is your second, which you have altogether here 4 major arcanas in your reading, and very strong arcana cards, okay? The major secrets, right? That's what it's called, right? And when the Magician shows up, it allows me, okay, to say that you're very, very smart, and whatever that you like, you can imagine it and create it, and whatever you want to create, okay, you can do it, because you have the capabilities and the resources to do it. Okay? You have the capabilities and resources to succeed in what you are thinking of. Okay? As above, down below. Okay? Notice that he has all of what is needed. The pentacles, the swords, the cups. Okay? The wands. Okay? You really shouldn't worry that much, because you're used to creating and manifesting your goals. Okay? Because you have great ideas that you turn into reality. Okay, Sagittarius? And it allows me to say that you are like the Magician. You can tap into your full potential. Okay? And when it comes to your family, when it comes to your relationship, you can make it work. I always say, when I get into a reading that has to do with couples, you will always hear me say this. There are 2 things that can happen in a relationship, right? 2 things. You can either grow together, or you can grow apart. Okay? And I see here that as whether you are male or female, you are holding things together. Okay? You are holding things together. Because here, the Magician card is being followed by the 10 of Cups. Okay? And in the 10 of Cups, once again, it's like, it's like the perfect emotion. It's like everything that you want. Together, the kids together, whether you have children or not. And there is there's a sense of happiness, okay? And this is in your present. This is happening right now, okay? There is emotional and spiritual fulfillment as well, okay? And I see that I as a tarot reader, I'm always surprised by certain readings. But I see that this here is a message to two beautiful people. And one of them is Sagittarius, whether you are male or female. Okay? And in order for you to continue on with your fulfillment in this relationship, you must feel happy in the family, okay, to continue on with that great emotional feeling, okay? And this is about divine love. You know, it's been a long time that you guys have been together. Or this is new in your life and you're thinking, is this going to go the long term? Because since you're already feeling that divine love, okay, you want it to be the long-term relationship in your life, okay? You're wondering deep inside your heart, your mind, is this my soulmate? And honestly, true contentment, it's what describes your life right now. Okay? It's describing that for me because, see, you have the Emperor. I can say that because of the Emperor that's right next to that, followed the Ten of Cups is the Emperor, which you had the Empress. Okay? You're looking for that power couple. You want to be a power couple, whether you're a male or female, because here, there is not a male, there's not a female being missing here. There is stability and security here, okay, in your life. This is the future right here we're talking about, okay? You are on top of things and everything is under your control. That's what the Emperor is about, okay? And if this is supposed to happen in the future, you have to, you see the one thing about the card of the Emperor, notice that he has his armor under his clothing, meaning that he is willing, he is able and ready to move and jump into this as fast as he possibly can. Meaning that there is even an opportunity that when it comes your way, you need to jump at it right away, okay? Because it is your hard work and discipline and self-control that have brought you this far. And you know something, this also, I mean, I really don't want to go with career to because anybody can just, anybody can really love a job, but whoever dreams of working. When I was a kid, I never had, when people say, hey, what's your dream job? And I said, well, I've never dreamed of working. I've dreamed of having a good life. I've, dreamed of being healthy, having prosperity and stability in my life, having a beautiful woman, you know what I mean? Having kids in the future, the American dream of the picket fence and house, these are dreams, being a multi-millionaire, being a billionaire, being a quadrillionaire, but it's all hard work, right? It's all hard work. No matter what we see it's hard work, right? And you have to always, okay, because you have that oomph of the hard work, you have to make sure that you set up your own rules and boundaries, okay, Sagittarius? Because I see you now going from choppy waters to calm waters, okay? You've escaped already something. Yeah. And I see that with the Six of Swords, since you're moving into calm waters now, okay, see, this person here doesn't know what's on the other side. But it shows me that you are transitioning and you are progressing. This card also means the end of difficult times. Okay? This might take the form, or might be in the form, of ending a painful relationship. The cards have turned here, my friend. Whether you are male or female. Okay? This allows me to ask you, do you have the desire to leave the past behind, or healing? Are you healing about it? Are you healing over the situation? Okay? This may also signify that you're traveling too. This could signify that you are escaping or running away, all right, because you felt deflated in this relationship, okay? But I'll tell you what will help you. Because if you stay with your intuition, if you're going to continue on listening to yourself, okay, you are going to guide yourself into victory. And I can say that because it is followed by the Chariot. Okay? And when the Chariot comes out, everybody's always going to hear me say this about the Chariot. Okay? Alright? The Chariot shows me that you are confident. Okay? And you have the drive to overcome any obstacle, because you are moving forward in a positive direction. But the thing that everybody shall always hear me say about the Chariot is that you are now channeling. It allows me to say that you are now channeling your inner power through the hard work that you've had, okay? And because you are committed, you will succeed, my friend. Okay? I know that it is, whether you want to move forward with a relationship and whether you are determined to end this relationship. Remember that you can create anything that you imagine, okay? And here I'm seeing time. Okay? I'm seeing that now what follows the Chariot is the Queen of Swords, and she is about seeing everything with clarity. The Queen of Swords allows me to tell you that you are intelligent, you are independent, okay, and truthful. And since you are such of a great direct communicator, you know, you're seeing things clear, your judgment, your boundaries, okay? You know, your decisions on facts. And the facts are showing me that one of yous are older than the other, whether you are the female or the male, okay? And that's going to be the person that is going to make the decision, okay, of whether staying or leaving. All right? Because they value your objective opinion. And if you are the older woman, you might be the one who's stepping up in life, okay, right before the male is extremely vulnerable, or vice versa, okay? And this person is the only person who can protect you right now and help you overcome the challenges that are in your life. See, I really admire this card, because this person is always like, I have my sword up, I'm willing to accept with my hand up, but be careful because I'll chop your head off, okay? You know, the Queen of Swords, it's all about clarity. Due to the clouds being halfway here, she sees everything, above everything. And what was at the bottom of the deck, okay, was the Two of Pentacles. You're juggling life right now, and you have to make a choice. You're juggling life right now. You have to make that choice. You're going to continue on with this relationship, or are you going to let it ride? I didn't think that I would be doing a relationship romance reading, okay? But you know something? You've learned from the past to not try to take it into even your new relationship. If that's what's appearing at this very moment, you have choices to make. Choices to make. You know, because you have multiple priorities and are trying to find a balance, okay, between various areas, okay? And sometimes we have a lot of other things that are going on, and with what's going on at home, as well as work, as well as in between all that, it can get very hectic, you know. Relationships are like that, you know. You know, when I see cards like this that I can read vertically, horizontally, or vertically, you know what it all is ending up to be? Say from the beginning to the end, from the Empress to the Magician to the Waters. It's like, you know, understanding that it's time to walk away, moving forward from the heartbreak, the Three of Swords to the Ten of Cups to the Chariot. I'm just moving forward, okay, from the Four of Wands to the Emperor to the Queen of Swords, I am seeing clearly now. And then ending with the, you know, cross-referencing the Queen of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. Juggling life is not easy, whether you are male or female. Okay? You have a choice to make. Do you stay or do you go? Yeah. I wanna go into your oracle cards here. I wanna go here for a little bit of guidance for Sagittarius. 3 cards, please. Huh. Yeah. One more card, please. Yeah. I tell you. Yeah. I mean, if the cards had a voice besides my own, they would be telling you what you just heard. But I'm going to put it for you. The oracle would like to put it to you in a different perspective, I guess. Okay. You have a new moon in Cancer. It states you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Okay. Your second card here is the 3rd quarter moon. It says our adjustments are required. Okay. And your 3rd card here is a waxing moon, and it is asking you, what do you need to release, Sagittarius? You know? What do you need to release? With that being said, allow me to go into now your angel numbers as well. And see what angel numbers pop up for you. See what these beautiful angels have to say to Sagittarius. One more card, please, for Sagittarius. The first card is authenticity. Angel number 787 is asking, the angel is asking for you to be yourself, pursue your passions, and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. We also have, okay, trust, which is angel number 232, which is trust in yourself. Okay, this one is telling you to be yourself, okay? Trust in yourself and the universe. Have faith in the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Okay? And lastly, it is angel number 567. You are evolving spiritually. Okay? It speaks upon evolution. You are evolving spiritually and emotionally, moving towards greater wisdom and understanding. We have clarity. We have a lot of clarity here. It seems to me that you already know what you have to do, Sagittarius. Okay? And I'm gonna, and even though this is turning out in all reality to be a relationship upon relationship, let's say that the relationship is not a romantical one and it has to do with career. You have to move forward. You have to find a better position in your life, okay? I'm going to say that right now. And I have here, usually here's where I stop, but I would like to give you a bonus, okay? Because since the cards to me are speaking upon relationships, I want to have a spiritual message, okay? That can inspire you, okay? And may the Spirit bring you comfort. One card, please, for Sagittarius to bring this person a message of comfort, please. I asked for one card. 2 came out. Okay. And it says here, Spirit wants to let you know to be clear about where you are putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcome. You have everything within to create the life of your dreams. Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. The Spirit got you. We've got you, it says. Okay? And I'm going to accept the second one because it came out. It was also, looking right at me, which is upside down. Okay? So, it flipped completely. So, the message of the Spirit wants to let you know that you are not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. You are the sweet spot. You are at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Sagittarius, smile, breathe, and carry on. With this reading, with that being said, Sagittarius, I hope you have enjoyed this reading. If you have already subscribed, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart into the depth of my soul. But if you have not, then please subscribe, like, share, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any of your upcoming readings. And lastly, may you forever be blessed with great health, prosperity, and stability in your life, so that the day of tomorrow you can become a bit more spiritually influential. I'll see you next week, Sagittarius. Take care.